If you are someone who came here from another country who's currently adapting to your new life here, or maybe you've been here for many years and ready to retire and move back home, or maybe you're from this country but you're looking for a new place to retire. But have you ever thought about exploring life in the Philippines? In this channel, I'm hoping to create a community of like-minded people sharing the same journey. By the way, my name is Meng. I am originally from the Philippines. I'm 61 years old and married to my American husband, which is the reason why I became an American citizen. I've been living here in the States for over 30 years, and along with my husband, I also have three boys who are in their 20s. But before I continue, I want to let you know that I am glad you're here and watching this. Posting videos of myself on YouTube is really out of my comfort zone. But I just know I have ideas and experiences that I want to share in these contents and hoping that someone can benefit from. The main reason why I started YouTube channel first is not only to monetize, of course, which I know most of us do, but also to share life experiences, passions, and ideas. Honestly, I am not a storyteller, but I'm learning. I'm sharing my passions that I really enjoy through these videos. YouTube is an awesome platform, and with all the negativities in the world, why don't we use it to empower each other? Anyway, today I want to talk about the five main reasons why my husband and I think it's time to retire and move to the Philippines soon. When my husband and I hit 60 last year, honestly, it felt like it snuck up on us. And that's when we realized we had to start thinking about the next chapter of our life, which is retirement. There are so many things to consider. Should we retire next year or in 2 years? Are we ready for it? I know emotionally we are, but financially, can we afford it? Where should we go? Should we move to the Philippines, where I came from? Do we need to sell our house here in the US? What if it doesn't work out and we decide to come back? And lastly, would our boys be okay on their own? Even though they are now living in another state, two of them are attending college, we still want to be a part of their lives. And the Philippines is not just a 5-hour flight. In fact, it is a long journey. As a mother, this is one of my worries. I would miss seeing my boys. There are so many other things to think about. However, I've seen people moving there and seem to be doing well. Believe it or not, some of them are not even originally from the Philippines, and they moved there without knowing anyone. I thought if they can make it, why can't I? After all, I was born and raised there, and it was my home. The number one reason, first, we are tired of working. We don't want to be tied to the corporate world anymore. It's been a long time, and wouldn't it be nice to have the freedom to do anything we want, anytime we want? Life is short. Even though I am blessed that I have the opportunity to work from home 5 days a week, and I work for a big company that offers decent pay and good benefits, and we have a good health care, which is very important for my family. And even though I have a good vacation package, but because of the nature of my job as a service manager um, for major hospitals in the southeast part of the country, it's not easy for me to take time off from work. In fact, as I film this video, I have a pending request to take a family leave so I can visit my mom in the Philippines. I have to apply for this family leave since the maximum amount of time I am allowed to be away from my job is only up to 2 weeks at a time. If you're from another country, especially somewhere in Asia, I'm sure you can relate that 2 weeks is too short. Considering the amount of time it takes for us to travel, in fact, for me to go to the Philippines, it would take me almost 24 hours to get all the way to my hometown. Then, once we get there, we have to adjust to the time difference on top of that. Philippines is 13 hours ahead of the US. So normally the first few days after getting there are spent adjusting with the time difference, which means sometimes I would be sleeping during the day and wide awake at night. And yeah, plus the jet lag. The other thing about my job is that each time I take some time off, no matter if it's short or long, I have to find someone to cover for my territory. And of course, I have to return that favor when that person takes a vacation, which means that we will both be doing double work at some point since we are covering for each other. That's why sometimes I'd rather not take a vacation, and that is not healthy. My husband, on the other hand, lost his job last year as an IT technician after being in the company for 36 years. Believe it or not, he never got the opportunity to go back in that field until now. He tried applying in the beginning, but companies are choosing to hire younger candidates, even with no experience, so they can pay them less. But it's okay. He doesn't really want to go back to that kind of stressful job anyway. It's just unfortunate that the timing was a little off. We just have a few more years before we can retire. However, I believe there's a good reason why it happened at this point of our lives. My number two reason is my mom. My mom is 92 years old. Time is the essence here. Ideally, we should wait until 64 or 65 to grow our social security checks a little bit. But we're thinking even if we wait 2 or 3 more years, would it be enough? And with the cost of living here, we know it's still not going to be enough for us to live comfortably if we stay here. Although my mother is healthy for her age, I don't want to wait until it's too late before I spend quality time with her. Should we wait that long knowing that with life there is no guarantee? What would you do if you're in this situation? And then the number three reason is the cost of living. Here it is so high. It is so much more affordable to live a decent lifestyle and be able to save or travel if we move to the Philippines. It was estimated that the cost of living there is almost 75% less compared to here. With a couple's social security checks alone, even without retirement income, this will allow them to enjoy the things that they love without financial worries. And number four, the reason is stress. We are ready to leave a stressful life behind. We only get to live once, and why spend most of our years living in stress, right? I think in this country, we are too rushed and we are all living in a rat race. Imagine a life where you spend more time with family and friends and doing the things you want to do, not because you were forced to do it. Not only that, stress is one of the main reasons for major diseases like cancer, which brings me to my number five reason, which is health. My husband and I are very blessed and grateful that we are in good health at this age. Aside from exercising regularly, we take vitamins every day, we live sustainably, and eat healthy. However, my husband came from a family with diabetes and Alzheimer's history. He always says that, like his dad, he's not going to live long. I don't believe him, but I understand why he wants to enjoy life now instead of waiting too long. There are just These are just the main reasons, but there are so many other reasons why we are thinking about retiring soon. Hopefully, we can. Some people think that retirement is slowing down, but to me, it's just the beginning of a chapter in our life where we will experience new things and we sort of put those things on hold while we spent years working hard. I just laugh when friends warn us that we will get bored once we retire. It's not going to happen because we already know what we're gonna do with our time. My husband and I are big gardeners. We even grow grapes in our yard and make our wine from those. We're hoping we can continue this passion or hobby wherever we move and even expand our YouTube channel by posting these sorts of contents. Maybe not growing the grapes in the Philippines, that might not work, but I know we will keep ourselves busy. Well, how about you? If you're in the same stage of life, have you thought about what you're gonna do when you retire? And where would that be? I'd be happy to hear what you have in mind. Thank you for joining me today, and I really appreciate your time.